career fair. I know the title.
Yeah. Let's use the HDMI.
Oh, sorry. You have HDMI?
You guys know what you said?
Yes. So there should be. What did you do with it?
What's that?
Trying to figure out where you put it. Oh yeah.
I don't want to mess
unplug
with
this. Yeah. And then, boop, and you should be Gucci gang. And then make sure to just plop that bad boy on you.
Pop up with that.
Mic.
Oh.
Just right there. Should be all Gucci.
Fancy, man. This is all like well done. And everybody can hear me. Oh shoot, this is all nice and spiffy. All right. So thank you everybody for being here. This presentation is actually going to be a lot quick, and it is oriented and geared towards freshmen and sophomores in particular, because I know that's when it's hardest to get a co-op. So, Bill's on the ticket, how to get a co-op at the career fair. First off, who I am, I'm the dude talking at you, really. I'm kind of oldish, I used to be in the military for all of that. Next, so Palo Alto Networks is where I have my upcoming co-op. It's in the Bay Area of California. Anyone want to guess how many internships they had? Actually, speed it up, 83. But last year, they had 40,000 applications for those 83 co-ops. And Palo Alto Networks is not a super famous company. This is not Google, it's not Amazon. It's in the Bay, it's a decent tech company, but it's not, anything of those calibers. And they still had 40,000 applicants. So the point of that is nobody's going to be reading everybody's application. They use automatic filtering software, and they whittle it down automatically, which means that good applicants like you are getting ignored and rejected. I myself only got in because I had a friend that I was able to meet who recommended me. And once I got in that way, I was able to proceed, go through the interviews, crushed them, got the offer. So that is what you are looking for from the co-op. Or I'm sorry, from the career fair. This is the reason why you go to the career fair. So you get a face-to-face time with an actual person, and that person can then advocate for you. It's in big letters to emphasize the point. So when is it again? It's February 27th, Wednesday. It says right there 10 to 4 p.m., but I'm going to let you in on a little secret that nobody tells you. It's until 3 p.m. At 3 p.m., you are going to see all the companies packing up shop. All right, they don't want to be there any longer. They've just spent 5 hours talking to a bunch of people. Another one is just as good as the one that they already talked to. You're all basically faceless, nameless people to them, and they've got another day planned tomorrow. They're packing up early, so it's only actually 5 hours long in reality. A good time at your career fair is going to rely, of course, on preparation as well as delivery. And everyone knows you need a resume. That's great. I could go on a huge talk alone on resumes. I'm not going to. The point of the resume is that it is something to remember you by, and it shows something interesting about you. So projects, competitions, basically you want to tell them, whoever is at the co-op career fair that you were talking with, you want to give them a story to remember. That's it. Just make them remember you. And also, super important, print on nice paper. So to illustrate this point, Staples or Office Max down the street, you can get a nice resume printed on paper for like 15 cents a sheet, all right? If you're getting 30 sheets printed, it's gonna cost you $5 or whatever that math is, I don't know. This is worth it, all right? You're spending 5 hours at the career fair, even more writing your resume. You're trying to make actual money with this and then your job. It's worth spending $5 to get it printed on nice paper. The nice paper will make you stand out. If they're just thumbing through it, it's gonna be harder, so they'll have a higher chance of actually randomly picking yours out. It matters. Presentation matters, the paper matters. Cheapest, best investment you can buy, put it on nice paper. So, also in the preparation mode, there's an app that they have. It's called the Career Fair Plus. You can Google it and whatnot and download it. I recommend it because there are 253 employers at the career fair. Not all of them are hiring for co-ops. Not all of them are hiring for computing security. Not all of them are hiring freshmen and sophomores. You put on the filters there, And suddenly you've got it down to 42 employers. Now that is a much more workable list. That's 42 people that are outright saying they want you. So talk to them. Don't waste your time talking to anybody else. Just talk to them. Create a list. I recommend if once they put the map up, they haven't actually put the map up yet, but once they put the map up, create a list, figure out, all right, yeah, I could see myself working over here. I could see myself also working over here. Look them up. Make a list. Decide I'm going to go to these. You should probably be able to canvas 3 or almost 4 an hour, in all honesty. So figure out how long you're going to be there. Maybe choose to go to the career fair instead of class. I'm not officially saying that, but it's what I've done. And make a plan. And of course, dress to impress. So here to illustrate the points, I have a nice picture of a male model, because that means that I have credence, right? Boom. So if you have a nice suit, wear it, of course. Fun fact, if you don't know if you have a nice suit, it's not a nice suit, all right? When you put on your suit, you should be like, damn, I look good. All right, if your suit does not make you do that, it's not a nice suit. Hate to break it to you. Yeah. So in all honesty, a collared shirt is just fine. I really don't actually recommend wearing a ill-fitting suits because it makes you look novice. And you're not trying to come across as novice, you're trying to come across as a professional, someone that they want to hire. So a collared shirt, belt, slacks, that will do the trick. Minimum, what I am wearing right now. I have a collared shirt, it doesn't even have sleeves, but it's collared. I have pants, they don't have holes. I'm wearing normal tennis shoes. This is the absolute minimum. I recommend better. Try wearing slacks, dress shoes, and if you do have a nice suit, try the suit.
Hey, Pierce.
Yeah, what's up?
What if I'm more comfortable in a button-down shirt and jeans, and I'm applying for a security internship, and wearing a suit makes me extremely uncomfortable?
Do you have a belt on?
Yeah.
All right, you're hitting the minimum. I mean, honestly, so you are making a first impression. The person that you were talking with, the interviewer, has no idea who you are. They have no idea of any of your backgrounds. All they know so far is, once you walk up, is what you look like. And your appearance matters because it says, I care this much about this. If you are showing up with a t-shirt, you are telling them, I don't care. Why, I didn't even bother putting on a shirt that has buttons on it. And as much of a qualified and capable individual as you may be, people will judge you for it. And there's no reason to let the odds stack against you that way. Yeah, Russell.
What do you think about like companies that maybe have a culture like that are against suits and like, against collared shirts, and maybe they literally show up to work in like shorts and like a t-shirt? Like,
You're playing the bases. So that one company might have that opinion. That company is not going to judge you for going above the bar at a career fair, where they also know that other companies will judge you for not wearing a shirt.
what's the other more? Like I'm just saying like people like I guess my question is like what do you say to like people that say like that like you should dress for the company you want to work for? So.
Okay, but how many are you applying for? Will all of those companies, will the majority of those companies that you are attending to visit at the career fair have that mentality? I would be surprised if they did. But maybe so. If you're only going to 3, all the hat to you. I mean, Russell, you are an incredibly talented individual. You basically get to take your pick of the individual.
I would never do that. I'm just like throwing out like a thing that people walk with it and just
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to disagree that your point doesn't have merit. You know, it's a valid point, but you're playing the larger base. And especially for freshman and sophomore, you want to stack as much things in your favor as you can. I'm really surprised that clothing is getting this many hands. What's up, Ben?
Do your research on the type of company you want to work for.
Yes.
If you want to be dressed down, then target those companies, right? Do like what you said. Like, I've worked for several companies who do want dressed down, and they don't want you to dress up because they don't care, right? So target where you want to work, and then dress for your reward. And yes, it doesn't hurt to dress, but yeah, target your company.
I agree with that statement. That's why look them up in advance, see who they are. Yes, Ian.
Another thing that younger students can do is, my first year I volunteered at Career Fair, so I was there and I got to see what people were wearing, what they were doing, how they were interacting with companies, and I was so much better prepared for the next semester when I actually went to go and talk to companies because I kind of saw how it was working and what was going on.
True. It's easier if you've done this before. Yes, Allison.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just that be comfortable in what you're wearing.
Yes.
But also look professional enough. So if you know you don't want to wear a full-on suit every day, don't go to apply to banks because a lot of them require you to dress up every day. But if you're looking to, just wear like a nice sports jacket
I agree. This has been said as well. Look who you're applying to, dress to for that culture. Typically speaking, it doesn't hurt to dress up. And like Allison said, if you're not comfortable in it, don't wear it. Right there, I've got wear a tie if you're comfortable, don't if you aren't. You do not need a tie. But if you're comfortable in one, by all means. All right, so again, I'm shocked that attire had that much to talk about. But what to bring? Clothes, pen, paper, resumes. You want them in a portfolio. That's what a portfolio looks like. Remember Office Max or Staples, where you're getting your resumes printed on nice paper? They also sell portfolios. Ding, ding, go and get them. This talk sponsored by Office Max. What's up?
Real quick, I was gonna say that portfolios, you don't necessarily need a black one.
Yeah.
They're a great way to bring your personality into an interview. So mine is golden and sparkly. And everyone comments that they love it because it's not the same black leather portfolio that every single person brings in.
Good words. The point is just to be organized and come across as professional. It doesn't have to be black like that one. So, all right, what you think is at the career fair? You think that it's going to be people looking to hire you, which, I mean, that's why they're there, right? Why else did they go to the career fair? They're there to hire you. They're super excited. They're all happy. You're going to see bright, shiny, smiley faces. It's either going to be the great HR person that's happy to meet you, or it's going to be the technical person that they brought by, or the person that graduated from RIT, and they're all so happy to see all of you, right? Nah, not really. The people that are actually there are people that are taking time away from their normal day job, either because they volunteered to, maybe because they didn't want to do actual work, or because they were just voluntold to, and they still have a bunch of work to do when they get back home. And you're probably not high on their prioritization list. Really, they're probably disorganized and overworked when they get back, and they're gonna have a nice time talking to you, don't get me wrong, but when they get back, they're gonna try to forget all about you, and you're just gonna get slipped up and left behind. People wonder, I talked to all these people, I had a great conversation, why did none of them get back to me? That's why, they're busy doing their other jobs. So, the approach, to help me illustrate this, Sam and Nathan are gonna come up in a second. But first off, smile. Super easy, right? Then say hi, like actually the word hi. There's nothing wrong with that word. Say hi. Shake their hand and say this key phrase. It tells them who you are and it tells them what you want from them. I'm a security student looking for a co-op. You could say I'm a second-year security student looking for a co-op, whichever. Would you like to see my resume? It starts the conversation. Everybody knows that you're going to hand them a resume. It takes charge, and it tells them who you are, what you're looking for. Give them the resume. And then just wait and relax. Wait for them to, look at whatever information on that resume it is that they need to before they actually start the conversation. So yeah, to illustrate this, Sam's an interviewer and Nathan's another student, and I'm the guy in line. I'm you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Hi.
How's it go?
My name is Pierce. I'm a security student, and I'm looking for a co-op this summer. Would you like to see my resume?
Yes, please. All right.
Great. Then I just wait.
All right. This is the part where I ask questions.
Yeah, boom. That's it. Nothing more complicated to it.
Did you just get hired?
I did just get a job offer. You saw it. Fast forward. Oh, yeah. That's right. Sam, what company did I just get hired on at? Beats me. They sell great, innovative technological solutions and widgets. Yes, Ben.
Another way to do the approach, but you have to be confident in yourself when you do this approach, is to say, hi, who I am, and say, I love what I do, or I love security. If you start out by saying that, and the rest of the interview will go really well, and they're going to remember you because you say the word I love doing this in security, right? You have to be confident from that point forward, but you will stick out and do really well with that initial thing. So that is something that I've done, is start out by saying, I love what I do, and they remember me. But you have to be confident to start out that way.
You should be giving the stock instead of me, man. Like that's good.
Right or wrong way, you're just giving your
Sure. That's good though. Yes, Ian.
I got my first co-op because I had silly, unrelated things on my resume. And by silly, unrelated, I mean things that I was interested in. I had slacklining and rock climbing, and the guy that I talked to at the semantic booth said, "Oh my God, are you me?" when I was in college. And instantly from there, we kicked it off, and the day I had an interview with them, and then the next night I got a call saying they wanted me to talk to them. It's being able to find a relatable thing between you and the person to make them laugh.
That's right. Which brings me to a point I was about to say. Have a conversation. That's all you're doing. You are having a conversation with the interviewer and whatever their job title is. That's it. Have a conversation. Make them like you. Make them remember you. Just talk about security or your interests or something, again, that just makes them remember you and like you. They are actively looking for your position. That's why you're talking to them in the first place. So make them want you more than the next guy. That's it. Just have a conversation. It's not like something that's going to be grilled or anything. Even if they are asking questions, it's just a conversation. So really, have a conversation. Have a conversation. Yeah, Ben.
So if you're outside of the career fair setting and you have a conversation with someone like security or just anyone who can give you a job and give you a business card, go home with that business card, put it to an Excel document, when you met them, where you met them, and what you talked about. So later when you contact them, you can be like, hey, we had a conversation about slot finding or whatever, right? If you do that, they'll remember exactly who you are because at a conference they talk to like 3,000 people. You just got picked out of it.
All right, Ben. Your comments are awesome and they're totally in my vein. So like, let me speak them first. Because I agree, totally. That's why they're going to be there. But first, I want to go to approach apply online. That's what everybody hears at the career fair, right? Apply online, apply online. Yeah, what that really means, you suck. I'm just kidding, actually. Sometimes it does, but most of the time, what it really means is, yeah, you do need to apply online. Like, they've just talked to 100 other people. You know, they have an automated system to auto-populate all of these things with your information, fields, and whatnot. They're not going to manually want to input yours and the other 100 people's. They're just not. Do them a solid. Apply online. If they say don't apply online, trust me, it's worth it. So when you're having a conversation and it's going well and it looks like it's about to end or it's near the end, ask them point blank for what you want, which is an interview. Ask them, are you doing interviews tomorrow? Not, did I get an interview, but are you doing interviews tomorrow? It gives them the choice and the idea, if you will, of, maybe I should interview this kid. And that's what you're looking for. So actually ask for what you want. Ask for the interview. Only don't actually ask for an interview. Just ask them, are you doing interviews tomorrow? This line has worked multiple times. I really recommend it. And then the most important, like Ben was saying, is get their contact info. If you walk away without either an interview scheduled or their contact info, you failed. Every single booth that you approach, you should be able to get the persons who you were speaking with contact info. It's part of why you also have that pen and paper, so you can write it down if they don't have a business card. Get their contact info because you want to follow up with them. At the very beginning, I said 83 internships, 40,000 applications. You need to stand out. How do you stand out? By being the person that they advocate for. And they only advocate for you if they actually know who you are and are still in communication with you. So that brings us to the follow-up. The career fair is on Wednesday, assuming that they didn't do interviews on Thursday because they're either interviewing with actual people looking for full-time jobs or because they're just not doing them. There's plenty of them like that. Then you're going to want to follow up on Monday. So it's just a little something light and friendly, but it should have 3 things. 1, it should have a greeting. Hey, it was nice to meet you. You know, friendly, cordial, polite, professional. 2, as Ben said, the thing to remember you by. Hey, I really enjoyed our conversation on how absolutely impossible it was to get past Mubix at ISTS. I'm glad that got a chuckle out of you. Whatever it is in that conversation you had, just remind them about it, you know? And then a question. Give them a reason to respond to you. Anything like one of these. Hey, you know, in that conversation, continue it on. What are your thoughts on something, something? Or when are the decisions for the internship due? Ask them something and give them a reason to respond to you. And a pro tip, write the emails early. So that way just on Monday morning you can be like, sent, boom, killed it. You will also want to follow up a little bit more than most likely just once. There's a good chance that the first time they're still going to be busy, swamped with all that work that they ignored to go to the career fair for, or that you're just one of many people. There's a good chance that they're not going to reply the very first time. So a few days later, give them a second email. Just say, hey, following up, didn't hear from you. Hope you're doing well. The third time, if they still hadn't responded after that, give them a couple weeks. All right, they're clearly busy, too busy to handle you. Maybe they're on vacation. Who knows? You don't know. It's not even worth assuming. Give them a couple weeks. You should try to follow up 3 times total. So I figured by the numbers, and this is by no means scientific, if you're there for 5 hours and you can hit 7 booths every 2 hours, that gives you about 16 booths. 16 booths, assuming that none of them give you the next day interviews. You got 16 contacts, because every single one of you are capable of smiling, shaking a hand, and asking for their number. And with those, probably 6 will respond. 6 will give you 3 interviews. 3 interviews will get you your co-op. And congratulations, you now just landed your co-op from the career fair. No handshake. By handshake, I mean the RIT thing, necessary. But I do actually recommend handshake, though, for clarity. With that, any questions? Yes, Ben again.
Additional comment for one thing, the current interviews actually say this. Handshakes is important, but some people actually won't. Like, look at their hands. If it's behind their back, it's intentional because it's sick season. So they actually don't touch their hand because they don't want to get germs. So that's actually a really little thing. So kind of look where their hands are. If they're in their pockets, they kind of don't want to do a handshake. So don't force it on them. So it's just kind of like a pro tip that some people will shake your hand and some people don't want to. So.
Reading body language, for sure. Any other questions? Yes, Allison.
Also, you can ask for contact information, but a lot of groups might not give it to you because there are, lots of students walking in. They're not going to have that many business cards, and they don't want that many follow-up emails. So really only ask for the contact information if you've had a really good conversation that you feel is really worth a follow-up email. But it's just kind of like, hi, how are you? Here's my resume.
Everyone here, I'm sure, is going to have a great conversation. I'm half joking. But yeah, the worst case, I suppose, is that they say no. But I would allow them to make that choice. In all honesty, I get where you're coming from, but I don't recommend it. I would say as long as your conversation wasn't terrible, ask them for their contact. Let them refuse you. If you are refusing yourself, then you are ignoring any chance and opportunity you have. Yes, Jack?
What if I didn't like them?
Then ignore them. I agree. No, if they're just tools, it's probably a sign that they have more tools working for them, and you don't want to work there. So I agree. Find someone else.
Is the appropriate way to handle that to just say, wow, cool, you guys are tools, bye? Or like, better, more professional?
You know, I don't actually recommend that one. Probably I would just say, I'm going to go. Bye. If you really just don't want to even bother with niceties.
I like it.
Yeah. But Ben again.
Doing a lot of resume review in the past couple of years, a lot of people put a lot of different tools and things on their resume, and then I ask follow-up questions, and they go, I don't know. I go, tell me 3 flags at NMAP. They can give me 1. If you can't talk about something on your resume for more than 2 minutes, do not put it down. They are professionals. They use NMAP every single day. They use Snowflake. They do whatever they're about to ask you every single day. You're not going to outsmart them. So if you can't talk about it confidently, do not put it down. This is a thing that I see over and over.
100% agreed. This wasn't the resume course, but yeah, don't put anything there.
That you don't know how to talk about, that's like shooting yourself.
100% agreed. Micah.
Going off of that, like I, for the past couple career fairs, have been reading resumes, not giving resumes, and people always come up with projects, and like it's a great thing to do. Put your projects on your resume. It's going to get you jobs. But if you can't say like, oh, I learned, like I'm going to ask you, what did you learn from this project? And if you can't answer that, or you can't describe your project to me, then I'm not even going to give you a second glance. So like, make sure you have like, not only like make sure you talk about it, but also make sure you have points ahead of time to talk about, like that if you're asked about them, then you have like something just to start with. Does that make sense?
Yep. Please.
Hypothetical here.
Yep.
What if I'm newer and I don't have much to put on my resume? What do I put?
Honestly, I can't answer that for you because I'm not psychic, but you could probably come to one of our resume workshops that we have or ask other friends or other senior members. I will tell you and anyone in this room that I am happy to look over your resume and review it and help you write a better one if you so need. And I guarantee you that I'm not the only one willing to offer that. We're all in this together. Was that a good answer for you?
That was.
I hope. Okay, awesome. Yes, Allison.
I know it's not a resume review thing, but the great way to have a conversation is be able to talk about anything on your resume for at least 3 minutes. If you put it on your resume, like a project or a competition, and you cannot talk about it for 3
3 minutes is a long time. Just for perspective, like that's a long time. I would agree that you want to be able to talk about something for 3 minutes. I wouldn't automatically go into a 3-minute monologue though. You're probably gonna kill them if you do that for everything. Yes, Ben.
So I have two comments. A lot with interviews, the way to think about it is a series of questions that are supposedly going to get harder and harder. At some point, you're probably going to say the words, I don't know. When you approach those words to a question, make sure you have a follow-up of just, I don't know, but if I had to figure it out, I would do this, I would do that. That is really important for me to see that you won't just stop because you don't know something, you'll figure it out, and you have the tools and skills to figure something out. That's really, really awesome. You can follow up, I don't know, with how you might go about figuring it out. That's really important. So do that.
I am.
Also,
Oh.
just one more follow-up question. Think about your resume at career fair, specifically career fair, as a roadmap, right? For the person about to interview. They have a couple of minutes to assess you. Use your resume as a roadmap to them. They should be able to ask you anything on your resume, and you should have an answer for them, and it should be a well-defined answer. It's a roadmap, so use it as such.
Awesome words. I am super glad that everybody is really passionate about making money and getting employed. Who would have thought? Nick is dying inside because I told him that this was going to be a super short presentation. But I'm sorry I don't know your name, but the guy in the back. Yes, please. You, yeah.
One other thing I think about I don't know is that in the interviews I've gone to, many interviewers, I'm not an interviewer, I'm an interviewee. Many people, they will ask questions, they want you to say I don't know.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to say I don't know. It's better to say I don't know than to try to fumble through something that you don't.
For anyone that
They'll see that you're basically just making it up.
For anyone that couldn't hear, sometimes an interviewer will progressively get to the point of forcing you to say, I don't know, just to make you say those words and eat them, rather than seeing you make something up that's wrong. Yes, Nick.
Just like another comment, it's also cool if you say I don't know a whole lot. Like, I got interviewed by Indeed, and I said I don't know like 9 times, but they still offered me a job, so it can work out.
It's not the end of the world if you don't know something, that's right. So I think I am probably running out of time. I know there's 3 others. Last one, yes, please.
This is just a comment, but I've gotten asked the Google question quite a few times. It may be worth your time to at least brush up on the GitHub page. What happens when you go to www.google.com and hit enter?
True words as well. All right, thank you all for listening. I hope everyone is going to get a co-op if they don't already have one, especially freshmen and sophomore. If anybody has questions or wants more help from me, just come to me. I'll be on the side. You all rock. Yeah. I will admit I was not expecting so many questions.
People love comments.
Yep.
You peers?
It's an experience that everybody goes through, so it makes sense.
Everyone has their own little tidbits.
Yeah.
As a comment, just